In the first part, we have this table topic, which will be our evaluator is Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas. And for the prepared speech evaluators for tonight, they will be introduced later tonight. And for our roles, for the roles of each of we'll call it Toastmasters that volunteered. For the timer, we have Toastmaster Bomalay.
So they could explain.
Okay, so I'll be the timer for tonight, and as you can see, as you always do, once you see the green light, you only have 1 minute before the yellow light goes, and another 1 minute before the red light turns on, and by then you'll have 30 seconds to wrap up with your speech. So,
And the way everyone will speak tonight, our language will be evaluated by Toastmaster Beng Garcia. And we will say something about how it is evaluated.
Yes, so as language evaluator, it's my task to introduce the word creating, which we are all encouraged to use in our speeches. And my second task is also to take note of how we use the English language. There are very colorful turns of phrase or very interesting ways of putting the ideas together. We're going to credit those. And if there are some expressions that need to be improved or corrected grammar-wise, we'll also be pointing those out for us to continue growing in using the English language. Now, if you notice at the bottom of our program, we have the word for the day, and it is dissonance. Could we all say that together, please? Dissonance. All right. So it's a noun. It means a lack of agreement, especially inconsistency between the beliefs one holds or between one's actions and beliefs, or an instance of such inconsistency or disagreement. The example given is the dissonance between what we are told and what we see with our own eyes can often be very confusing. So dissonance. Use it and we'll offset whatever use of the word for the day you're going to have with your us and us. Good evening.
And we also have what we call the counter, explained by Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas.
Fellow Toastmasters, I am counter. My responsibility is to listen for unnecessary words like false figures, like so. When you use these words, I will make note of it. I am keeping track of all the fractions, and I will bring it up with report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas. And we have here what we call the vote counter. Toastmaster, right? Is this the May election president section? What is this all
No,
about?
Joel, both counter. Joel.
Guzman.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Evening.
I will be the vote counter for tonight. I will in charge the gathering of the votes of all the Toastmasters who will be the best table topics, the best
Prepared speaker.
speeches. Good evening.
So we have the three best Toastmasters.
Best title topics master, best prepared speaker, and the big three segment. Big three.
Okay. And now, for the educational portion, one of the exciting part of Toastmaster meetings is our topic master, Toastmaster choir.
Thank you. Since everything is different right now, I need 6 topics covers covered our theme for today. And maybe ask for volunteers or I'll choose volunteers. Who's the right? Can you give me number from 1 to 12?
Yeah. One.
Seven. So we have 19. Now choose 1 to 6. Is that a question? 1. Okay. 1. The difference between light and dark, day and night, is through dusk and dawn. To you, which is more romantic? Dusk or dawn? Dusk or dawn? Dawn. Anybody else? Which is more romantic? Dusk? Take your time.
I think the more romantic, dawn is more romantic because it's where you start everything. It is where you can establish in a relationship. I correlated or related with the relationship. It's like when the sweetest part of the relationship is when you are getting to know each other. So when you're in the beginning of the relationship, everything's sweet. Everything is blooming. Everything is blossoming. So it's kind of it's more of the cute stuff. Then later on, as we go on with the relationship, then we the problems, the start of the complications.
Now you have the privilege to choose a number from 1 to 1.
Okay.
Okay. Hands, your turn. The difference between Rojas and Duterte we'd like to change is Rojas is for transition while Duterte is for drastic change. If you were the one in a position, would you go for drastic change or transition?
Fellow Toastmasters community, I just read in one of the Facebook messages, posts, comments, that we are to shy away from any campaigning because somebody asked one of our fellow Toastmasters if she would come to the Toastmasters meeting to endorse a certain political party, politician, and the answer was Toastmasters is not I am not comparing Duterte to Rojas, and I will not mention those things anymore to shy away from the political color. In my life, I go for both drastic changes and transition. Different folks, different strokes. Different situations, different ways to pin that arrow. times, life just threw me a ball and I couldn't do anything but accept that drastic change. How did I cope with it? I used transition. There were also times that I needed to transition. Unfortunately, from bad to worse. Then I had to do it drastically because that was what is called for by the situation. There's always two sides of the coin. You always have lots of options. Use all of them to make your better person. Good evening.
I remember once I was giving advice to a member with regards to relationship. Can I give the parable of the frog? No, it's not about the frog. If you put a frog in a boiling pot of water, what will the frog do?
Duck.
Shock. But if you put the frog in the pot, it will swim, and you cook and you turn on the heat, he will die without noticing it. Same thing with relationship or with sex. The transition from legal to doing it, the girl won't even notice it na we're doing it na pala. Andun na. Okay, so that's the difference between drastic and transition. Mama, give me a number. 2. We have Sir Fidel. This regards to different cultures. In Malaysia, there's a good harmony among Chinese, Muslims, and Malays. But in the Philippines, there's a significant dissonance among Chinese Muslims and other denominations. What do you think? What do you think is the reason why there's such thing here and not in Malaysia? In your opinion? Yeah, please say it.
The basic difference lies in culture. The culture in which the religious aspect is central to one. It may be different in Singapore or any other place of the Philippines. Because you see, our norms and the rules of our society is far different from them. So there may be drastic or dramatic differences that can be distinguished from cultures. And so therefore, the religious aspect flows with the culture of that certain society or certain culture. And it's therefore evident that you may find there is a considerable closeness in a certain sect, whereas in the other country they may be far apart, and that may be attributed to the fact that the culture plays a central role in that condition of socialization. Thank you very much.
Give me a number, sir.
5.
5. Now, Beng.
So not fair. Sanay ka naman na dun sa
Don't worry, I'll be kind to you. As mentioned a while ago by Ma'am Ann, different strokes for different folks. What kind of music strikes you on different moods?
rock music, classical music, jazz, or folk. There's a lot of music that surrounds us. There is a gamut of different genres that we can actually pick from when
when we listen to music and when the emotion strikes us. Personally, for myself, when I'm in a contemplative mood, I love listening to classical music. I'm not sure if you enjoy that, Toastmaster choir. It must be something that you also listen to, but yes. I love classical music when I'm in a contemplative mood, but oftentimes, when I get antsy or I'm upset, I like to listen to a little bit of rock music, but not the hard AC/DC kind of rock music that is window shattering or even neighbor annoying, but it is more the rock music that was started by the Eagles. I love Hotel California. I super love their song Desperado. And for me, they have set the standard of what rock music truly is all about. There's very little dissonance in their music. In fact, they have a lot of messages that are imbued in very simple songs. The modern songs today are the songs that I usually do not get, especially the song about Friday being a day that comes before Thursday, before Wednesday, and all of that, because I find it a little bit too shallow for my taste. But when I really want to enjoy music, I go back to the 1970s. The kind of music that my uncle listened to, the Eagles, America, and all the other greats in music.
During my class before Presiding to design, I had this professor in design. She would put a regular Beethoven. Turns out, it pulls out the creative juice. Then the next teacher comes in, rock and roll. Goodness! And now for the last question, number ma'am. Ma'am Beng.
2?
Take one.
3.
Okay. Sir Rhys, it's your turn. My brother and I have a very different personality. We would usually blend up with the crowd, but I stand out. I don't know why, but I often stand out. What type are you? Are you the stand out or the blending type?
Fellow Toastmasters, I would describe my personality as a very fantastic, standout person. It is only a bombastic person who gets noticed. In a very competitive work environment, for you to be promoted, why blend with others? Why be with normal people when you can excel or stand your way to the top? That is the only way successful people become successful. They stand out, invent ways, become ridiculous in some ways, become so unique that they create their own name. I intend to follow the ridiculousness, the uniqueness, but I tell you, you will all may recognize me for being a fantastic standout man. Thank you.
When I was in class, usually the person who I forgot the name, was your teacher. If you stand out, you're always the one being told to go to the office, sweep. So during that time, I would not to blame him.
That's another way of standing out.
Usually, I usually allow the professor, Karame, stand out. You feel, stand out. So that wraps up my little talk for today. I hope you have fun.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Indeed, we have fun, and it's very interesting.
Goat smokes.
Yes. And now, I know that we have interesting speakers a while ago. So now, may we request Toastmaster Guzman to administer the casting of the votes.
Choose between
Choose between among the topic speakers. Take your time. You have 1 minute.
Yes, all of them.
Okay. Oh, before I stop, they are all qualified.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are all qualified. So they are all qualified for. Are the votes done? Votes are submitted? Okay. So, let us proceed to the next part of the program. Okay. This part of the program, we have prepared some speakers who have prepared songs. And first, the first speech is speech number 1, what we call the icebreaker. Okay, the objective of the speech project number 1 is to begin speaking before an audience and to discover speaking skills you already have and the skills that need some help. The speaker will be using 4 to 6 minutes, and no further ado, speech number 1 is entitled Leading My Beat. Toastmaster Bomalay. Will be going to play. Toastmaster next.
Let me tell you about this girl who at a very young age became so active in a religious organization that molded her to become a people person. At the age of 18, he led more than 300 young adults for 3 years. And known to be learned of the principles in the Bible, she soon became a counselor to many. The eldest of 4 was born 2 months earlier than she should. This is the second time her parents had a premature child. Firstborn was left in the care of the hospital but died after 2 weeks because of pneumonia. That was the reason why her parents became so overprotective of her. Though being the only daughter, this girl is a handful. She chose to do boys' games. She loves to play with the boys, climb trees with the boys, and do everything with the boys. It was not that she hates dolls or flowers and the girly stuff, but she sees them unattractive. She always manages to get involved with accidents, and so her parents became more worried. In the course of time, she grew up to be independent, but always mindful of others' well-being. She wanted to become a teacher, like her parents, but her parents doesn't want any more teacher in the family. And then she focused in her second love, numbers. So she thought accountancy was the answer. But her parents found it just unconvincing. And then later on, she wanted to take up mass communications because she wanted to meet a lot of people and inspire them. And then finally, she decided to become more of the world. But her parents just smiled. With all her plans and dreams, she ended up taking up nursing and became a nurse. Why a nurse, you ask? It was her mother's choice, not hers. That time, mind you, being a nurse, they thought was the answer to get out of poverty. You see dollar signs in your future. She was, and again I say was, no complicated matters running through her veins. All she wanted is to please her parents. But at the back of her mind, despite sacrificing all her dreams, she told herself, I will soon find my dream and fulfill it. So what happened? Despite finishing a medical course, she manages to get hired by a pager company called Koppitea and was piloted by Smart Communication since stayed there for 4 years as a business development officer. She got bored and moved to be trained as a seawoman for a luxury ship liner job. But as the verse goes, many are the plans of a man, but the plans of the Lord will always succeed. She ended up being a nature associate of the Swell Power Station. And boy, she found peace. Work for her there was perfect. She loved every day of it. And all that she ever wanted was there. More people to talk to, more people to counsel, more people to inspire. It was just an unfortunate event that a serious decision had to be made. There was an acquisition of the plant, a change of ownership, and had to cut on manpower. So what the company did was to ask for volunteers. If no volunteers, they'll have to rank employees according to performance. What my two friends and I decided was to give our spot to some friends. Yes, we help families have a better future. It was a noble act, if I may say, and it felt good. We had the chance to serve others. And because of that, blessings poured and overflowed. I became a marketing officer of video in spite of no banking background. And now I am a proud branch manager of Robinson's Bank. Work was not a problem for me. I do my part to convincing interviewers that I can do the job, and God's part is to make them say yes. Now, if you still remember the several plans that girl wanted to become, then you can say that she's not living her dreams.
Moving on, speech number 2. The objectives are to select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech. Make your message clear with supporting materials directly contributing to the message. We use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another. And create a strong opening and conclusion. Time to be used is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech number 2, the next speaker will deliver, and it will be evaluated by Toastmaster Galvan, entitled Effect and Result. Toastmaster
Joel Lives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Likas, for the beautiful introduction. Good evening to the Toastmasters. Yes. All of us experience one particular thing that significantly changed our life, friends, family, or even your work. Toastmasters, this is the continuation of my icebreaker last meeting, and the title of my speech is Effect and Result. It was the effect of the memo that I received or given to me by Toastmaster Garcia. Right here. He is correct. Right now, he is here. Okay. Of course, instead of harboring slightness, that's to this man, I embrace the memo and like an spark plug, it ignites me to make advisories, analysis, and sometimes participate meetings with him, meetings with nightlife, of course, and so that I can be something empty as done. Now, I will explain the effect and results in three classifications. Number one, educational. Number two, career. And the last one is enhancement. Number one, educational in a sense because of that memo that I received again. I read a lot of advisories, policies, in order for me to equip knowledge and prepare myself for more opportunities. Number two, career. Now, I was equipped with knowledge. I was chosen by Beng to undergo training competition program, which is called the SPEED. It is the Staff Professional and Educational Enhancement Development, which I was graduated last 2010. In 2011, after the graduation, I became the account officer, ALE, in the Dagupan sales desk, and was promoted 3 times because of embracing performance. We always hit our target because of the help of man, Mr. Fidel. He's my number 1 agent. So, it was when we hit our target, of course, we will be promoted. That is why number 2 is in career. Now, the last one is the personal enhancement. Of course, as an account officer, I need to be on my toes, maintain good relations to all the leadership, agents, and of course, I am the first line to handle problems regarding leadership, agents. So I need to equip myself, enhance myself. That is why I enrolled Toastmaster to class. Now, back to that memo. Again, if not that memo, of course, maybe I'm still in the operational or the staff or the accounts teller as of now. And I'm not meeting you guys here. Honestly speaking, I'm very thankful with that man because of that memo. I'm very grateful because he pushed me. He gave me feedback, mentored me to become here, become me, and become the official. Thank you.
Toastmaster probably was very thinking. Who could ever think that he could make a speech out of memos?
Speeches of
Two speeches of memo.
Yeah.
Last year, memo.
Okay. The next speech project is also speech number 2. The same pattern, the same objective rather. This is like an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech, make your message clear, with supporting material directly contributing to that message, use appropriate conjugations when moving from one idea to another, and create a strong opening and conclusion. Time to be used is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech number 2 will be evaluated by Toastmaster Beng Garcia, entitled The Mic or the Mic. The Mic is the truth. Everybody, applause for Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas.
Fellow Toastmasters, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
No brainer question, please. Have you listened to your own voice? Have you listened to your own voice? Some may say, oh, come on, Toastmaster Rhys. It is a very basic sense you have. I was born with it. Here. That's why we have ears. Our voices, we rely on our voices every day to interact with others. A healthy voice is critical for clear communication, isn't it? That is why you and I are here in Toastmasters. To practice speech organization, to build confidence, to develop vocal variety. As an example of this, my icebreaker speech. Last meeting on this very spot, I delivered my icebreaker speech. I worked for 3 days. I was so nervous, but I delivered. I delivered. I was evaluated and all of that captured on camera, like right now. I thought my journey in Toastmasters would go full steam ahead until I got home. The problem when I got home is I sat down, opened my laptop, downloaded the video camera and listened to it. I cringed and I immediately stood up upon hearing my voice. Upon watching it, it is not the picture is blurry, no! But the voice sounds like a girl! I thought I sound like
Bonjour.
but it is a high-pitched chipmunk girl. So this begs the question, why do we hate hearing a recording of our voice? Why do we hate it so much? To answer this question, let us first define the term. What is sound? What is sound? Oh, come on, Toastmasters. It is an invisible force that enters into our ear. It vibrates, so what? It is mind-blasting. But in reality, sound is basically a propagation of vibrations. To illustrate this, I have with me a telephone cord. You may laugh at it because it's an almost obsolete technology. There are two types of waves. We have transverse waves that goes up and down, and we have compression waves that goes in and out. Compression waves is composed of high velocity, low and high pressure air, low pressure. That is what strikes our ear. And note that compression waves only travel through a medium. Mediums could be air, water. For short, medium compression waves do not travel through space. Only transverse waves, like the light is a transverse wave. Now the second question is, how do we generate sound? The short version of that is, as we exhale air, our vocal cords, our larynx vibrates from 100 to 1,000 times, depending on the pitch. But how do we receive and perceive our sounds? There are two ways. First is through air propagation, from mouth to ear. But surprisingly, there is a second way. The vibrations itself, the vocal vibrations travel through our neck, into our skull, and into our eardrum. But it doesn't answer the question why our voice
Sounds deeper than it's supposed to be.
it turns out the vibration in our cords that travel through our skull expand. As vibrations travel through the skull, it expands. That is why the pitch and frequency
Drop so low.
So when you hear a recording of your voice, don't blame the recorder. Don't blame the volume controls or anything. That is your voice. Deal with it. No, I'm just kidding. In conclusion, I urge you, fellow Toastmasters, to listen to your voice. Not only live, but also recorded. Don't be afraid of your voice. You may sound like a squirrel or a chipmunk, but it starts with a recording. Listen to your voice, learn how to accept it, and make improvements on it. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rhys. I used to play in the band before, but
Malapit ako i-evaluate niyo.
I used to play the band before, but as of now, I learned something new for more than a decade. The wave thing. The wave, I know, is only what I see in the computer with the equalizer. And it's real. And it's really good. I really don't like my voice, but I used to play the band. I don't sing. Until a politician hired me to do a jingle music for me. And then, so I did. And then I was walking to this town, and I hear the music. Oh, it's strong music, it's nice music. And then I hear the voice. That's me!
Did you like it?
I
You
said,
had no choice.
I had no choice but to be happy. I have lots of, they pay me lots. They give me some money for that.
That's enough. It's so good.
Okay. The next speech project is speech number 8. Whoa. Which the objective are select visual aids that are appropriate for your message and the audience. Use visual aids correctly with ease and confidence. The time to use is 5 to 7 minutes. To be evaluated by Toastmaster Galvan. Speech number 8, entitled Lesser Evil, Toastmaster Vision. Applause.
Toastmasters, I just need a little bit of time to set this up because I came all the way from Dagupan for this. As Manman said, there are two sides in a coin, which is true, right? And in this world, this is what life offers. Beng, Sir Virgil, Toastmasters, good evening. There is darkness and light, water and fire, good and bad. Totally the opposite of one another, but neither works very well without the other. Yin-yang, the Chinese philosophy. This is bad that is in the good, and this is good that is in the bad. Only this is life. Tonight, we will have a glimpse in the lives of prominent individuals who will greatly impact ours as a race and a nation. We will examine a little bit about their past, the good and bad thing about them, unless we want a painful history happening over them. Election day will dawn comes to unite. This event, if not changed, will affect the course of history. For the record, I will not be endorsing anyone for the matter. This is just an overview of the individuals who will be given the authority and power to govern us all. I have arranged alphabetically the sequence for this fine ladies and gentlemen, so as not to constitute any bias or the like. Remember, this is a democratic country. We have the right to express what we think or what we feel. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Let's get to it then. Let's start with this gentleman here. What comes to your mind about seeing him? Truly. Anyone? Thank you for that, Ma'am Beng. Well, here are some reasons why you should vote for him. He is a lawyer. Has an executive experience as a mayor. Look at how he delivers to the people of Makati. Free medicine, education, even cakes are free. See?
Yes, okay.
reasons not to vote for him, corruption allegations in Boy Scout, ghost employee, overpricing. The list is long, and I don't have enough time for that. How about him? He has a good track record in Davao City. He's pushing for federalism, which is good for the country because it will distribute the powers to different parts of the region. Criminals are afraid of him. We will expect harsher punishment for those convicted. But he allegedly supports killing of citizens without due process of law. Womanizer, fun of nagging and cursing. This lady, on the other hand, has made a lot of promises. But the most prominent one is to push for Freedom of Information Bill as a stop to the corruption in the government. Her inexperience, and some say she is allegedly in compliance with a large religious sect and some prominent individuals in the country, are reasons to opt out for her. This gentleman here vouched to continue the current projects that were created by the current administration, but was allegedly labeled as incompetent, pretentious, too much politicking, and the list is long. How about this lady here? She is known for being a genuine intellectual with a lot of actual political accomplishments to match. Wrote several law books, experienced regional trial court judge, and UN legal counsel. But she has cancer. She suffers from chronic fatigue. She might not finish her term, if that's the case. Now that it has come to this, I found a prank about eggs related to this, which was associated with these candidates. Here it is. Soft-boiled egg. I like that. Do you like it too? Hard-boiled egg. I like that too. But balot, I like more. Century and Bugok are the only eggs that I haven't tasted yet. And I don't think I have plans for that.
And let you taste Century.
No, seriously, with the eggs only. Though ideas on this obviously vary, and points mentioned are mere opinions, they may be true or not. But we, the Filipino people, are eagerly waiting for a change to dawn this nation. We need someone who is not stained with corruption, not into too much politics, knows what he or she is talking, and doesn't have any medical issues that Filipinos will be worried of. Let's reach those who promise the moon and the stars. We are intelligent voters here, right? Aren't we?
Yes.
Because the problem is not those dumb politicians, but those dumb voters who keep voting for them. What we really need is someone who will finally bring genuine progress to this nation and the next generation. Now you choose who the lesser evil is. Mr. Toastmaster.
It's a very exciting night. Speakers make my heart pump that way. Tea. Eggs. I love eggs. We used to tasty. Just even without the salt. And since then, we've been buying that egg. Trade by trade. Okay, moving on. It's speech number 9. What is speech number 9? Objectives. Persuade listeners to adopt your viewpoint or ideas or to take some action. Appeal to the audience's interest. Use logic and emotion to support their decision. And avoid using notes. Wow. Time to be used is 5 to 7 minutes. To be evaluated by Toastmaster and Kuwa. Speech number 9 entitled E.A.R or E.A.R. Toastmaster Virgel Garcia. Applause.
Fellow Toastmasters, friends, wonderful evening. For the first, how many speakers did we have a while ago? We had the icebreaker, we have 2 organizer speech, and the lesser evil, and I have the fierce speech. What do we have all in common? Yes, Toastmaster Choir.
They're all good looking.
Thank you, Toastmaster Choir. I'm not looking for that.
You're all preaching in Galvan.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Kathy. Second question. Who among you would like to be as rich as Toastmaster Kathy? Toastmaster Choir, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, do we need to ask Toastmaster Kathy her secret? Or do you have already that secret and you don't know that it exists? Would you like to know?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
You see, I use my ear. That's why I would like to listen to all your point of view. At the moment, allow me to introduce my point of view. 23 years ago, I entered the banking industry. And last January, I left the banking industry to build another career. That is DTM. Not the distinguished Toastmaster yet, but the darling of my Toastmaster. Toastmaster. How does it relate to my changing of career? The best asset, do you know what it is? It's yourself. Why? You might ask why? Because without yourself, you would not be, the first E, earning a living. Who among you is not earning a living? No one. Ma'am Kathy raised her hand, but she is earning a living. And we will talk about how she earns a living later. E in E.A.R is earn a living. Without the best asset, which is yourself or myself, we won't be earning a living. Just imagine if you are sick, or you cannot work, or you're dead. You won't earn a living. A, what do you do when you earn? Toastmaster and?
Shopping.
Go shopping, as my wife says. Buy shoes, travel.
Relax, go to the
Toastmaster, Wendy.
Acquire assets.
Acquire assets. Oh, okay, very good.
Liabilities.
Any more other answers? Toastmaster,
The same one.
acquire assets. Yes, the letter A after earning a living is to allot first before acquiring. You allot a certain percentage of what you're earning. For this example, as an illustration, I will present to you 5 pieces of 20 pesos. word. And right. Now I'm showing you the contents of my wallet. So you only have 100 pesos. Just imagine if you're earning 100 pesos. Less tax, of course. This is net of tax. That's an allotment which goes from 10 to 30%. So just imagine this is net of tax. It's 120. So the 20 pesos is already allotted to the government. As in the Golden Book says, give what is due to Caesar and give what is due to the Lord. So I'm a Christian. I would allot a certain percentage for the Lord. As a good person and a good father, for the single, you could also do this. Allot something for your savings first. That's the savings. So that's for the Lord, this is for the savings. Now you are left with 320 pesos or 60 pesos. What do? You allot for your expenses. You allot for your travel. That's still expense. You allot for the acquisition of whatever you want, personal or any other properties. So there are all expenses. You say, acquiring an asset is an asset. Yes, in due time. That's E.A. So first E is earn. A, allot. Then you go to the R. What do we do with the savings that we have? We put it in the banking industry. We have Robinson's Bank and CS Bank. You're all welcome. You put it on the savings or any other money market placements. What are money market placements? I will not discuss that, but the bankers will do in their next speeches. Just imagine a 20 pesos in a piggy bank. Will that earn over time? No, it will still be the same. If you put a paper bill, it will be eaten by bugs or rotten away, but it's still 20 pesos. Just imagine, the last R is to reproduce. You have your savings. Or the other banking parlance or the financial parlance, it's earning a residual income. You reproduce your 20 pesos, or just imagine 20,000, and make it double, 40 pesos. Now you can acquire, just imagine, multiply that by 1,000,000, 1,000 in due time. You will have enough money to retire and take care of your family. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get rich like Ma'am Kathy and Mom Wendy over here, but Mom Wendy saying no, Ma'am Kathy is earning a residual income because what she earned before is now placed in the banking industry and is now earning the residual income. She is living by interest alone. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, I wish you well in your next days. Back to you,
Thank you, Toastmaster Virgel. Garcia. You know, business and career seminars are really expensive. You need to take Toastmaster Virgel for this one. It's short, but it's like a crash course thing. We could really like learn something in our mind and have something for tomorrow. Yes. So, that's all the prepared speech for tonight. And it's time for your favorite speaker. Prepared speech. Baby request, Toastmaster Guzman. So again, minister the whole team, the cast. Yes, this is the educational part. Yes, okay. Toastmaster Kat, please.
I have here
vote for 2 speakers. We have the
Oh, I think I know. I
Thank you,
have a prize last time.
like that. We have the best evaluator, the best speaker, the best topic master, and then the big 3. Now, I have here topics. I need 20 copies of each. And then, instead of this certificate, if it's a certificate, you just start putting it in your table. So this one is calling card size. You just put it in your wallet, keep it there, right? I like to do it, word to word na rin, mula sa kape. And now, I will give you all 1 each. The face, certification to Lisa, and then, yung pag may award na kayo, yun yung doon sa case niya, tapos every meeting, you give it back to me, I'll give you pen to the first down your name. Kung nabuo mo yung 4 na yan, you submit it to me and you get an award.
Wow. So it's like a...
Para, hindi na nung salita.
Yes, that's really exciting.
Yeah. So, when do we start with this one? When do we start?
Right.
Today na, okay. So, and then,
Maybe you can prepare as we move on to our program. Yes. So everyone can just approach Toastmaster Academy for your award card group.
one more. Meron pa ako announcement. Can I announce something again?
Okay.
I have plans for this coming Thursday again. It will have for to get together lang. No meetings, no nothing. We get to know each other more. Like, at least I don't know that much, right? So we don't know each other that much, especially the new members. So I suggest on Thursday, also next Thursday, it will be from 6:30 to whatever time. We'll do it. I went to the block.
Anong meron kayo?
And then,
Yung printer niya. Yung printer niya.
it's the menu. Ngayon, I asked you. Kasi, oh, you see, it looks expensive. Kaya na isa taas, we'll do it on the 2nd floor. Exclusively for us lang. And this time, we will just get big couple, only serve couple with no dinner or anything. And I bought this from the price. It ranges from 60 pesos to 120 pesos. Drinks.
Pay your own drinks.
Pardon?
Pay your own drinks.
Yeah, pay your own drinks, yes. And then get together. This is a get together, not a meeting, but know one another. That's
Okay. So maybe we could talk about that in the anything goes later portion. Yes.
Okay,
this is
that's
project.
fine.
Thank you. And now, moving on. For the program and the speeches and overall, what do you call it, program for tonight, we will be evaluated by our general evaluator, none other than Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Virgel. I misread it here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Likas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, but I'm not your speaker. But I'll be your captain for the second part of the program, which is the evaluation program. I'll not be evaluating all the speakers. No, I'll be reporting. But I have a cadre of evaluators with me. And to move on, I would like to call on our first evaluator for the topics, for the table topics portion. Let us give a round of applause to Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas.
Toastmasters. I guess we begin. And now, we'll go with table topics. Speaker, Toastmaster Koppitea. Your performance was really not something attributable to you, speaker. You were so confident. As evidenced by your voice, very clear, and the way you stood up, upright and firm. My only suggestion is you should be mindful of your time. Why I notice it? Because you were not able to give a good conclusion. You're out of time. But what I like about you is your opening. You had a very good premise, which is very important. That's why you were able to build argument. You were able to list argument that reinforce your opening statements. Like when you say, don't is where the blessings is, where blossoming happens when cute stuff happens. Toastmaster Anne, your performance was oddly different today. And I noticed it. It's quite difficult to contradict the table topics master. But contradicting is it's not easy. It's not easy to do. But you did it in such a way, in a very tactful way. Though you pointed out that the question was like political questions, which we try to discourage on this program, you continue to answer the meat of the question, which is about basically is the different side of the ones you were telling. And from the point of view that we should be judged by the different sides of our personality. And you also continue cajoling us that we should be brave to exploit all these sides. Toastmaster Fidel, every time you face Toastmasters, you were cool and calm. We always get the impression that you know what you are talking, and thus we are very easily convinced. I also like when you said culture contributed to the harmony among different sectors in Malaysia, and reinforcing that point. Suffice it to say that you are like politicians who is not fond of one-liners and would not explain their claim. I also like the way your hand gesture, very emphatic and very timely, which reinforces your overall message. It is the culture, is the unseen hand that harmonizes people in Malaysia. If I had to nitpick, I urge you to face the audience. I notice you were tilted on this side. If you are talking to the audience like us, face the audience, not the person who just asked you. Toastmaster Director Beng, I like the music you choose. That's the music of intellectuals. That's why I was forcing myself. I've been forcing myself to like those kind of music, so I would also be seen as intellectuals. But what I like most is the way you open your speech. You open your statement in a very high decibels. That I thought my mother was constipating. Just kidding. That opening statement was attention-getting. When you say rock music, I always stood up and danced. When you say jazz in a very smooth and soft voice, I almost slept. Who would not wait to listen to the rest of your speech? No one. You also spoke very fast. That you infuse a lot of ideas in a very, very limited time. Yet, your fast talk was very clear. Few people can do that. Rhys, I like your content. You choose a position, certain position. You did not straddle between choices that made you focus on one premise. The good thing about that is, by choosing sides, immediately choosing sides in a very limited time, you could basically take the time to your advantage and explain your positions already. I also like your gesture, your gesticulation, very animated. I also like the conclusion when you said you will often recognize me as a bombastic man. It's very powerful. Other than that, my fellow Toastmasters, you did a very good speech day. I'm going to turn the conference call to the brother.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sam Palaganas. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give again a round of applause to our five great speakers. Toastmaster Sam, I agree with your evaluation with the rest, but I think you forgot something. Forget. Toastmaster Choir, the table topics master. Since Toastmaster Sam did not evaluate you, I shall evaluate you. I love the way the variety of your topics. It was mind-boggling, most of them. And uncommon, yes, Toastmaster Gabby. Toastmaster Choir. I suggest in the next few days or few weeks, if you become a table topics master, I suggest you keep that naughtiness to a minimum so that the other listeners will not be thinking the other part. You know what? I know you're naughty and you will not stand out if you're not naughty. But simmer down with the naughtiness when you're in front and be the table topic master. To give us a sense of professionalism, and we will be on the, what do you call this, observing the values of Toastmasters. R is respect, I is integrity, S is service, and excellence. I know you're an excellent speaker. Continue for the variety of your table. I hope to hear you delivering your speeches and joining the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it a round. Now we move on to the prepared speakers to evaluate the icebreaker of Toastmaster game. Let us welcome Toastmaster Wendy Crook.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. It's my distinct honor to evaluate a banker. This evening, and my first time to meet her in the Toastmasters Club.
So don't be harsh.
Yes, of course. And I'm expecting that there will be no dissonance feeling as I evaluate Toastmaster case this evening. Living my beliefs, I believe that Toastmaster Kate laid down to us what were her dreams, which she spoke about when she began to unfold about her life from the beginning when she was born 7 March, 2 months before the due date of her mother. What was the strong point that Toastmaster Kate student displayed during her speech, she caught our attention and my attention when she related to us how she led around 300 youth and ever counseling them. Wow, at the age of 80, in that time, and she's been very grateful. I don't think about my country. The most important thing to me is to get a college education, to finish my education. But Toastmaster Kate did it differently when she was a young girl. And the body, she established a career path to become a certified public accountant, teacher, flight stewardess, and the nurse. And I was wondering how she became a bank manager with a college education in the field of medicine. And on her closing, I would suggest that Toastmaster Kate would have ended her closing statement by because she used the third person point of view by saying, ladies and gentlemen, the one speaking in front of you is your newfound friend, the Toastmasters Club, Kate Bomalay. That could be a very good closing statement. And what made me detain was I didn't know if she is married or is still single. I want to know that more from you. So, Toastmaster Kate, you did a very, very good icebreaker this evening. We have learned, we got to know you more, and thank you for revealing yourself to us. Good evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wendy, for the wonderful evaluation. Toastmaster Keith, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round of applause. For Brady, having the courage to deliver the first speech ever, and allowing us to learn something about you. Okay. Continue on. We would love to learn more in the next. How to make more money, yes. Moving on to our speaker number 2, Toastmaster Joel. His evaluator. Let us welcome Toastmasters, our president, Kathy Baksal.
Nice to hear, President. Good evening. Now I would like to well, you started with your speech with a smile, with a laugh. It's a good intro.
Okay.
And then ask for a smile, you go like that. You go right there, and I said, is that the way to catch attention? Followed by very good body language. You were doing this like this. You say, you so very movement. So I said, Sana, I took a picture of it. Then you mentioned about the development for being upgraded to a higher position, which means that you have something there. You have something that has to be up there now. No, you're not the manager. After 5 years or so, you'll be the president. quality at night.
Toastmaster Virgel is known like that.
But then, the only thing I can say is you don't have a good ending. You don't have a good ending. That's it. That's the only thing that's bad about it. You don't have a good ending. But as a whole, you made it good.
Good.
So, welcome to the Speech Project number 3.
Thank you, Toastmaster Candy, for the short, brief evaluation. Toastmaster Joel, what I love on your speech, since this is speech number 2, and you organized your speech, is the way you presented yourself. The use of notes were minimal. I noticed that you were also checking if you were saying the right thing when you were explaining. I love the way you use the power of 3 or the triads. It's educational, career, and enhancement. And the way you explained and gave examples on those 3. Your speech was inspiring for people who don't really know you yet. And fellow Toastmasters, when you get to know Joel, I know he delivered his icebreaker. I watched it. Yes, to put the memo straight. Yes, I gave the memo. I was a pusher. I probably on those days I was really harsh. But I saw something, so something in him that needs like a diamond in the rough. Which I believe, Joel, in your next 3 speeches, you will deliver that excellent that you really deserve. Yes, you talk about your career in the banking industry. I heard in your first icebreaker speech, you were as hard working, we're both working students, but you had that wisdom. And I suggest, as a referee, you love that. Basketball, you make that the subject of your speeches.
So we really watch the first icebreaker.
I love the way you tied up the memo, the results in your ending speech, and in the end of your speech. I do suggest, instead of saying thank you, and we should be thanking you because you took the courage in standing in front and delivering a piece of yourself. Instead, devise a way in your next speech on how would you end your speech. You might say, yes, I got that memo, but look, the result are here. I'm standing in front. Rather than saying thank you, we should thank you. Toastmaster Joel, wonderful. Now we will go to the evaluator of Toastmaster Rhys. Let us welcome our distinguished Toastmaster, my other half, Beng.
Toastmaster Virgel, Toastmaster Rhys. Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the mic is the truth. Tonight, Toastmaster Rhys, for your speech, I'm going to use a portion of your title to evaluate you, and that is Mike. M-I-C. M. You were magnificent. I love your vocal variety, your very powerful start, and how you were able to change the tone of your voice to suit your message as you delivered your speech. Marvelous. I loved your gestures, the way you sat down as you were pretending to look at your own video of your previous speech, and how you were able to do that demonstration with the wire of the now obsolete type of telephone. Marvelous. For someone who was delivering speech number 2, your speech looked very much like a speech number 10. Congratulations. Let's give him a round. For me, there are things that you can still continue to improve on. As much as I love all of those things, it is really our duty as evaluators to be nitpicky so that we can continue to help each other grow. there are two things that I would want you to work on. The first thing would be the fact that your title is "The Mic is the Truth." And as beautifully as you discussed the things about the voice and how well you illustrated how you sounded the first time and how powerfully you sounded tonight, I was striving really hard to find where the mic was. As much as possible, when you're constructing a speech, try to find a way to tie it back to your title so that it becomes even more powerful and more relevant to the audience. That is why the title is that way. Although I love your message and all of those amazing things that you did, that was really great. Now, another thing that I would want you to work on would also be that ability to move more. I know this is already an advanced thing, but perhaps you can actually have a way of illustrating your point by, this is my first point, physically, this is my second point, and now this is my last point, and now I go to my conclusion. So that you're not just standing in front of the lectern. I would challenge you to actually work on that and improve on those two aspects. But overall, let's go to C. You are someone that I look at as a very, very strong champion.
Yeah.
Continue to work on those very strong things that you did today. Your voice, your gesture, your eye contact. You are an amazing individual. It is my privilege to be here tonight to be able to evaluate you and see how brilliant you are as a speaker. Congratulations. All right.
Thank you, Toastmaster. You said it all. Though, Toastmaster Rhys, this is your second speech of the 10 speech project, right? So, I should evaluate you only on the way you organize your speech. I agree with the organization of the speech. Though, point of improvement, because the title of your speech is "The Mic is the Truth." What is the connection of the mic to the voice? Yes, we learn, like Toastmaster Likas said, I've learned something new about the waves.
Yeah, the waves.
But what is the connection with the mic? What is truth about the mic? So you should have injected that.
Actually, there is a portion that I missed, which I
Okay. You should have just delivered it and...
because the mic is a recording device.
Very good. Now, in your next speeches, don't forget to inject if you want to give that information. Anyway, congratulations, Toastmaster Rhys. I thought that was speech number 10. Since you gave speech number 8, research your topic, because you use all the... You've got a great voice, you have the vocal variety, you have the powerful gesture, you have the use of visual aids. For speech number 2, bravo, congratulations. Now we finished with the first 3 speakers working on the first half of the basic manual, moving on to the second half of the basic manual to evaluate Toastmaster DJ on speech number 8. Let us give a round of applause to Toastmaster Galvan. All the way, all the way. Standing out here.
Good evening. Your speech lesser evil, being a person from the 80s, I'll evaluate you Michael Jackson style.
Wow! I love you, bro.
I'll evaluate you with not evil, but something worse, bad. B-A-D. B. Your bold choice of topic led us to listen. Led us to listen to you and be attentive. It's timely, it's balanced, and it's thought-provoking. And the use of black and red give us the evil part in it. You used use it to further enhance your topic, lesser evil. A, it's the action. Your gestures are appropriately used, and use it to further enhance your topic. You're showing your visual aid, so people were moving from the aid in you. You are competing with your aid. You use it to complement or further point out the topic, point out that your thought. D, dissemination of information. It's a sign of a well-researched topic. You gave each person their own evil part and good part, which made it balanced. Although Ma'am Ann mentioned about campaigning, you had a disclaimer that you're not campaigning, but you gave each one of them their good and bad points, which is your purpose in delivering the speech. Overall, the use of visual aid accentuated your already well-delivered speech. If Sir Virgil mentioned Joel as the diamond in the rough, you're the David in the block. Maybe, I'm hoping my evaluation would chip a small part in it to lead out to further enhance your David strategy. Overall, I am satisfied. No, sorry. I'm well satisfied with your delivery. For points of improvement, I see nothing. It's more of because for me, it's you. When I listen to speech, I try to use it as a way of learning more about you. The way to deliver is perfect with me. I don't think you could improve it more because it's you I'm evaluating. I just mentioned the points that I appreciate in your speech. Maybe the further development is on your part, how you make it more you. Maybe if you're doing a school project, maybe I could point out stuff like that. But I'm here to listen on how you deliver. It's like eating in someone's house. I would like to taste how they cook, so I don't put pepper and salt. But if it's salty, that's how we cook. In his delivery, I enjoyed listening to who DJ is. For your speech number 8, I believe it's a well-delivered speech, and congratulations for delivering your speech.
Thank you, Michael Jackson. Or shall I say, David Bowie? Points of improvement. EAD, I love the way you use the acronym EAD to evaluate the topic of lesser evil. I do agree with Toastmasters for our evaluation, though I have noticed some of your gestures were, yes, they were purposeful in some way, and in some part, it's you. It's like you're ready to bump someone because you're always doing this. A close fist and an open hand. I thought we're gonna rock or do the Michael Jackson thing.
He's an MMA fighter.
MMA fighter. Probably based on my evaluation or based the way I noticed, you're a person who works with security.
Man of action.
Man of action. That's why you are with the open palm and with the closed fist always ready to rumble. I suggest you make use of your hands or gestures more openly rather than on the closed fist. We are Toastmasters. But when we are outside, that's the other side of the Toastmasters. Then you use your boxing stacks. But when you're delivering speeches, Yes, you said it's a mannerism. You do practice in front of a mirror and just look at it. So that's a chip of the David's book. Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster DJ. Congratulations. Looking forward to hearing your speech number 9. And now to evaluate yours truly, let us welcome Toastmaster and Kuwa.
Would you believe that this speech of Toastmaster Virgel is already for the second round of CC? We are also eager to finish the first 10 speeches. Others have finished it and don't want to go back to it because we want to go further. We want to reach DTM, but Sir Virgil is doing his second round. That's something that should not only inspire us, but challenge us. What can I say? His voice of conviction. Who could say no to that? Right? Was the speaker a credible source of information? He's an expert financial advisor. He has been with the bank for such a long time. The appeal of the topic, who doesn't want to know how to earn more? Who doesn't want to know about money? Did the speech opening capture the audience's interest? He told you he was in the bank for a long time. And that he just got out of the banking system. When he said he wanted a new career, maybe you were expecting something else. But would you have thought that he said, I want to be a DTM? The darling Toastmaster. That's something that I could not even imagine he could have said, because knowing how Toastmaster Virgel is, how proficient he is in everything that he does, he can choose from a whole lot of other careers. Did he use facts and logical reasoning? Of course, he even mentioned how much tax will be taken out of the 135 peso earning. Proper use of emotion to persuade the audience to support his views. He wants us to save to reproduce the money that we earn. He told us, are you going to put this in a piggy bank or not? That itself will already tickle your image. Organization, obviously, is one of the best that our division has. Body language. When it has Bill running around, his body all over our lectern and our stage. Were you persuaded? Of course, I asked, and I always do. No dissonance here, it was perfectly done. I'm sure you will say so. What did I like about the speech? It was a free financial settlement. Kudos. This is a boom in the beginning, a bang in the middle, and a bang.
I have the best answer.
You cannot.
Now we're done with the speech evaluation. Let me call on the functionaries to report. First on the list is... No, wait. Okay. First on the list to give us how we blooded the English language and how we used the word of the night. Let us welcome the language evaluator, Toastmasters, Beng Garcia.
As a grammarian for tonight, it is my pleasure to give the grammarian's report, or the language evaluator's report. We'll start with the germs and move on towards the gems. The beautiful thing about the way we use the English language tonight is we did not bloody it like Manny Pacquiao in one of his boxing fights, but actually we treated it very kindly. I want to acknowledge all the individuals who, of course, use the word dissonance. We have Toastmaster Choir, Toastmaster and Toastmaster Virgil. They use it all once. Let's give them a round of applause.
the germs. There were very few germs in our speeches tonight. Just a few in pronunciation and maybe in the way we progress our words. First would be the pronunciation of a certain word. I heard it as, I'm trying to approximate it, stewardess. So it's better to say stewardess. Not I forget how it was pronounced, but it's pronounced stewardess. Yeah.
Steward, but somebody corrected me and said
Oh, okay.
so the research first.
Yeah. Stewardess is correct already. So thank you for that. Also, we heard this. I was graduated in this year. It's better to say I graduated. No need for the helping verb. And then also, if not that memo, it's better to say if not for that memo. And then also, the objective are. Since there are many, we say the objectives are. And then also, downloaded the video camera. Just say downloaded the video. No need for the camera. Just downloaded the video. So those are some of our germs. But overall, the amazing gems that we had in our speeches. I love this. The modern day Taipan. We have in our presence the modern day Taipan. Toastmaster Kathy from Toastmaster Fidel. I love that. And of course, from our table topics master, I love your mix of words. Dawn versus does. Drastic change versus transition. And when Toastmaster Anne responded with different folks for different strokes for different folks, I love this bombastic standout person before me in the form of Rhys. And when he said excel or stand yourself at the top, I love that. He wants to become ridiculous and so unique in some ways. I find that so admirable. I love those lines. Also, we have this girl is a handful for Kate. You don't look like a handful, but oh my God. Okay. So we will listen to your next speeches. You're also mindful of others' well-being. I love that, how you put that together. And I love the organization of Toastmaster Joel's speech when he talked about education, career, and enhancement, and if you strengthened it with that. And also for the, I love this guy, high-pitched disrupt. What's the word? Okay, high-pitched chipmunk of a girl's voice. I love that description. And also, it's an old and obsolete piece of technology. I love that. Also, from Toastmaster BJ, I love the way you said, we, the Filipino people are, I couldn't write it down, but that message, yeah, I love that. And then we also have, of course, earning a living, a lot first before acquiring, and then reproduce. And I love from Toastmaster Sam, oddly different. Continue cajoling us, cool and calm. His alliteration tonight were full of letter C's, and then also one-liners. If I had to nitpick, which I copied, and then music for intellectuals, I believe you're an intellectual, right? And then also mind-boggling. Is this from Toastmaster Choir? Right? Exuded, diamond in the rough, and then David in the block. I love the way you two gentlemen play off each other. And of course, we have here the boom, the bang, and the
That's all of the day.
This has been an awesome evening as we continue growing in Toastmasters. We speak. So, as we continue to grow in terms of our language, in terms of our leadership and speaking abilities, let us not forget that when we speak, there should not be notes of dissonance in our messages. Let us strive to be able to express ourselves in a way that always edifies, strengthens, and encourages us. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Wonderful report on the use of the English language. Yes, we have the bang, the boom, the bang. Now the arrival of people. Moving on, let's call the Wizard of House. And as well as Toastmaster, rise on this report the hot counter.
I'll make this very quick. The Toastmaster of the night, Likas got 8, 3 and 4 and so. For table topics masters, Kate, 6. Joel, 14. Toastmaster DJ for table topics got 1. The table topics master, TM Choir, 1. Table topics 1K, 12. Table topics number 2, Mapukan, 0. Table topics number 3, TM Fidel, 8. And a repeating word of the 4 yung 4. Table topics number 4, negative 1. Table topics number 5, with yours truly, 2. The general evaluator, 3 and Evaluator, speech evaluator number 1, TM Sam, 8. Evaluator number 2, Ma'am Wendy. You've got 2 but you used the word dissonance, so just 1. For evaluator, Ma'am Cathy, 0 as well. Evaluator TM, 0 as well. Toastmaster, yeah. Dissonance. TM Choir, 5. Lastly, TM and negative 1.
Now you've heard the Wizard of Oz in reporting our crutch words. It is not to inhibit you from speaking, but to improve us in speaking and be a better communicator. Now we move on to our functionary who will tell us how we utilize our time. Let us give a round of applause to Toastmaster.
Being a better communicator, of course, we need our time minutes. For the prepared speeches, I did 6 minutes and 10 seconds. So for TMJoel, he did 6 minutes and 2 seconds. For TM Rhys, 5 minutes and 53. TM DJ, utilized 7 minutes and 27 seconds. TM Virgel, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. For the table topics, I did 1 minute and 28 seconds. For TMN, 1 minute 25. For TM Fidel, 1 minute and 32. TM Beng, 1 minute and 48 seconds. TM Rhys, 1 minute and 1 second. And for the evaluations or evaluators, TM Wendy for speed, 3 minutes and 59 seconds. TM Cathy for Joel, 1 minute and 5. TM Beng for Rhys, 2 minutes and 58 seconds. TM Choir for DJ, 3 minutes 54 seconds. TM Ann for Virgel, or TM Virgel, 2 minutes and 24. So I guess that helps us everything.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kate. Time is very important, especially in Toastmasters and in everyday's life. We all have 24 hours a day. So what we make use of the 24 hours is up to you. It's either you waste your time or you earn for the time. In Toastmasters, especially in competition, I experience being disqualified for being 1 second over time. So in competition, just stay within this minimum and the maximum. Do not exceed. DTM does not mean do not time me. So the minimum in international speech contest is 4 minutes 30 seconds, so you might not see the green light. But to be safe, when you see the green light and you are really feeling that nerve and you want not to continue anymore, you can stop at green light. Just to be on time, especially if there are only 2 contestants. An example was in another division, there were only 2 contestants, and both of them were overtime. So the whole area and the division redo the competition just to have a representative for that division. Ladies and gentlemen, time is very important. Not to waste more time, I would like to, shall we call on the vote counter? To report or
Not yet.
later?
Not yet.
Later. Okay, later. I'll give my evaluation first as your general evaluator. Later, Ma'am Kathy. The meeting started at 6:45 p.m. I noticed that the protocol officer, you might consider this, call the meeting to order, give the invocation and motto. As per our protocol in Toastmasters and on the basics, I suggest, being the protocol officer, introduce first the president to call on the meeting because she has the authority. You voted for her, and as per bylaws and constitution, just observe that. It's an observation on my part you may want to consider. Since you put the theme and the sparkle on the program, we should have done it a while ago, so we would not be lost. What's the theme? Yes, we all received the SMS on the theme. For the meeting went well. I love this place. It's so conducive for eating, conducive first and enjoying the company of each and everyone. For our Toastmaster, I love the way you introduce and segue so tactfully. And I love your witty remarks. So I suggest when some or one, I forgot, Toastmaster choir did not mention the timing device for the table topics, or I did not hear it. I guess if the table topics master did not mention the timing device, you would, as a Toastmaster of the day, you would repeat that, the timing of how do you deliver the table topics portion or the impromptu speaking for the benefit of the new members. If you're given 30 seconds to prepare, accept, and deliver, you're given 2 minutes and 30 seconds. For the rest, for the prepared speakers, yes, you gave the objectives, the timing. I love it, and the way you turned over control to me as the general evaluator, even though you skipped it. I love it, and what can I say? Thank you and it's a pleasure to be here. Love seeing you guys. I hope I can stay in Dagupan longer. And being your general evaluator. I now turn control, and let us welcome our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Likas.
So, now for the one of the exciting part again at the end of the meeting of the is to announce the night's champions or winners.
Vote.
The vote was already cast for the
No,
second
the big three.
The big three?
Yeah.
Yes. It's already there.
Big three.
The segments, the big three.
Wait, this is one of the big things.
The most exciting.
Here.
Table Topics Master, General Evaluator at Toastmaster. Mag-vote muna, vote. Mag-vote muna.
Okay.
Vote na, vote.
Yes, and now the vote should be cast.
Among Toastmaster, General Evaluator at Table Topics Master.
Okay. Those are the three segments, the big three.
Best evaluator. Best general evaluator.
Okay. For the winner able topic speaker other than Toastmaster Rhys. Does anyone disagree? Objections? Violent reaction?
Bombastic.
So, since we don't have dissonance about the voting from our organization, then we can now move on to the next part. And but before going to the next part, I would like to let Toastmaster Beng acknowledge the word dissonance by Toastmaster Likas to be president. I have 8 hosts tonight.
Still within the...
So I had to minus here.
For our prepared speech winner, we have Toastmaster Virgel Garcia.
Yeah.
And now for the big 3 segments, we may now have. Can I now? Still deciding. Okay. Quickly, ready? Okay, for the big 3 segments, a winner is the segment for the evaluation. Virgel Garcia.
Wow! Wow, today, wow, today.
Wow, 2 awards for the night.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're so generous.
Okay. And so that's it for tonight for our program. Moving on, we turn the time back to our Toastmaster President. Toastmaster Galvan style for the business meeting, and the ending goes to Virgel. Business meeting and take the floor.
Business meeting, number 1.
We can smile.
Now, collect now.
I have this printed. Okay? In every meeting we have, this printed out in each one. We have the best evaluator, best speaker, best topic talker, and then the big D. I have corresponding case for that. Then, kung nabuo yung apat na yun, you submit it to me and you get a reward.
Car, brand new car.
Gaga.
Parang you'll be motivated to speak talaga. As a speaker.
Yes, and then after they get their gift from you, you just want to receive and return it to them. Return used cards to me. Because the reason we have that printed is because Toastmasters International has ribbons which Sir Sam was saying, and that is for the members to keep. So instead of buying those ribbons from abroad, we just have it printed. When they get their gifts, I would appreciate if I could keep my awards, my cards.
Now,
Just sign it.
next year, I have 20 like this, okay? So, I'll give you one and then put your name. Okay, then you give it back to me. So, if I'm gonna give it to you, you say, I forgot. Oh, wala. So, you all submit it to me, para I can keep it for you. So, no reason for you to say, I forgot it.
But that's my point. Can we have the cards back after we get
Go with the case.
Yeah.
Next agenda.
Next agenda.
Volume.
We accept cash.
Aside from that, anything else?
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. Pan.
Ma'am Beng, while
Yung video pala, video.
going along with it, okay?
And then I didn't, and then also you, what you call it? Assistant.
CC.
And then, you still have with the posters, people want is what we're doing faster. Remember, I
What's
think
more posters?
I have written here.
Get some more. Give some to Ma'am Beng.
Ilan yun? Ito na, itong May.
Tia Beng has something to say. She said,
Go ahead.
Yes, so I would just want to express my appreciation for the hard work that Metro Dagupan Toastmasters Club has done for the year 2015-2016. You are the first club in Division G to be awarded the highest distinction of President's Distinguished, and I would like to congratulate I am so proud of all of you, Toastmaster Dunsen. Yes, I'm sure your officers had so much to do with it, but also the members. Thank you so much. This meeting is proof that your club is truly growing leaps and bounds. I am amazed we started before the time that we were supposed to, and also how awesome our Toastmaster was. The speeches were fabulous. They were also inspiring, and I am privileged to be able to see all the new members and hear your speeches, and also the members of Toastmasters Dagupan who have stood strong for so many years. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued hard work for the club. I so appreciate you, and I'm so glad that Beep is over there, even though he came into the last part. I'm so happy to see our past presidents as well. May you continue to grow and continue to be a blessing to Metro Dagupan. And I challenge you, Metro Dagupan Toastmasters, this is the time for you to rise and compete when we have our division contest. Please rise. We have Kate, we have all of you actually. We are so excited to see your champions rising and competing, not just on the area level, but in the division level for the honor of representing us in the district conference. Which leads me to my next invite. Our district conference will be in Cebu on April 29 to April 30. It will be in the Grand Convention Center in Cebu. The registration is currently at 6,500 pesos. That does not include the hotel and the airplane flight. But I really want to encourage you guys, if you can, please do come and join us. We will do our best to look for discounted tickets. The experience is different. When you are in your own club, it's an amazing place. It's a family. It is a close-knit group where you will get a lot of support. But when you go into the districts, you will see the other clubs, the other divisions, and how they also have different inspiring champions of their own. Your network will improve. You will get to visit a place in the Philippines with the benefit of Toastmasters behind that. I hope you will consider to join. Toastmaster Beat joined us in the MidCon during the October MidCon in Malolos, and we all got rained out, but it was a fun experience. This is one of the things that makes us grow more as Toastmasters. Don't just be happy on the club level. You guys are fantastic on the club level. I'm so happy to see that. I thank the officers for that. But challenge yourself to go to the district and to go, if possible, in August to the International Conference in Washington, D.C. The winner of the contest on April 28, 29 and 30, the only one who will go abroad will be the winner of the International Speech Contest. For Division G, currently, our representative is Toastmaster Rhys Palaganas. I don't know if you remember him. He visited Dagupan once. So he'll be competing with other past champions. Whoever wins in that competition will be sponsored by the district to go to Washington, D.C. in August, where you will compete with 9 other champions from all over the world. It is a privilege that I hope you will try to see. If you want to check out the winners, they're all on YouTube. Just look for the World Championship of Public Speaking. Thank you, Toastmaster Kathy. Thank you, Metro Toastmasters.
I almost forgot. On 21st, that April 21st, is the next Thursday. This will be our socialization. No speech, no program, just us going to
actually delivers
second floor no.
socialization.
We'll just have cocktails and get to know each other. Actually, that everybody
Special
knows
occasion
everybody now.
Someone is delivering advance.
So,
The roast,
on the
the toast.
31st, that will be next Thursday
But it's 3 minutes.
in 6:30 to 7 o'clock on the second floor. The second floor will be all ours. And it will be a cocktail party.
Pay your own drinks.
Pay your own drinks. And it ranges from 45 to 120 pesos. No cover charge.
Okay, we will try to reiterate that to the text again. Next, can I raise up?
Yes, please. Yeah, sure.
Well, what about deliverables? It's fast approaching December, first meeting of May. TI International says we should hold an election. Okay, so why this early? Because before election there should be some kind of nominating committee.
Okay.
And today, our next meeting should be the election. So as early as now, we should try to put up a nominating committee. So the next meeting, which is around 26, we will have the election.
So, can I nominate Mexico?
No, not yet. Just try to, we'll discuss it offline. Okay, you can, if you want to appoint someone or nominate someone to the nominating committee, you can do it.
Okay, thank you then. So, again, I nominate Mexico, and he does it very well. Perfect.
I second the motion.
What's that?
I close the motion.
You had the nominating committee. Okay daw.
Okay, so
Sorry for that.
those in done, so it's down to pay that Mexico is now
Tumayo ko eh.
Ano pa? What's the next issue?
Yeah, so if it's possible to be, can it be possible that the 31st, bilang election natin?
We can discuss that. We can discuss that. That's another that's a possibility.
No, discuss it down kasi when the next
Sa party natin, election na rin daw.
No.
That's what pare na.
Next year.
We need to have election on time because that is a deliverable that can influence the DCP. This plan. Baka mayari pa tayo last minute.
Well, so why do we do it now? Better the area right?
Questions.
Yeah,
So, that's new set of officers na. Akala ko si Cathy hanggang October pa.
Yes.
She'll be until...
Pwede.
Maaari nga, kaya lang.
We will just vote for her again.
But
Tapusin na natin ngayon. We're all here. It's the same set of officers.
no, it's not the same.
It's not the
same set of
So that
officers.
we'll have a new president, you mean?
Perhaps, but definitely some positions.
Some you're going to do?
No.
Some.
No positions for somebody.
Might get it over with now when everybody's here. Mamaya, wala pang dumating sa next meeting kasi election, di ba?
He has a good point.
I mean, get it over with, everybody's here.
Yes.
You have to say same results naman. Then I will not go because they might elect me, nominate me.
Oh, di ba? Ako dito na.
Masubo na kayo.
I agree. Anyone? Additional?
I mean,
Agree?
it's something to chew on. So,
Yeah,
better
yeah.
just
Yeah.
to get
If we can elect some,
elect some again.
Let's select some.
hindi lang no?
So we start the selection right now, okay?
President is coming.
I agree. Yes? Yes.
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 Or we need enough time for Cathy to do her pakurong.
We got enough pakulong.
Every meeting na nga eh. Every meeting na eh.
Lots of pakulong every meeting.
I'm voting na for her.
So our president is Kathy.
Okay.
And then our vice president will be
Secretary first.
Education.
We need secretary first.
Secretary first.
Secretary first.
Secretary first, okay. So who will be the
There we
secretary?
go.
Sino ba ano natin?
Ako ngayon. No.
Ayun, susulat ko.
No, the thing is, I might be busy next term because my sister is going abroad, so I have more responsibility.
How about your son then?
No, he's going back to school.
So who will be the secretary then?
But I tell you, even if I'm not elected as an officer, I will always be here. I will always be helpful.
Therefore, you still hold the same position.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I want to train someone, and I will be his assistant na lang.
Sir Joel. Toastmaster Joel. Yeah.
Toastmaster Joel. Ha? Treasurer.
Pili kayo, dalawa.
The only one?
Oh, dalawang treasurer. Dalawang Joel. Tsaka mga bago. Yeah. Robinsons and Fiesta. Who do you want treasurer?
Maganda yan, pag short, kayo magbawa yan.
BM, di ba? Loan shoot.
Okay. So, secretary.
Secretary. Fidel?
Ikaw, anong bang gusto mo?
Secretary.
Miss, nag-order na lang ako.
Hindi, public relations ka kasi nagdadali ka, di ba? Oo, yun.
Hindi. Magsabi ko lang siya. Pagkalit ko ano, yung logo na magaling mo. Sergeant at Arms, PJ. PJ. He will be present. He will marry in Pangasinan.
Agree?
Akin ko kasi police officer para alam
Secretary.
Oh, secretary.
Si Digi, ayan si Digi.
Si Jenny is VP for Education.
Jen. DBPR. Gino.
PR?
Guys, if I
Maaari na siguro.
maglagay kayo ng assistant.
Meron naman lagi. Ang maganda yan, the most important thing, we should appoint someone who is the protocol officer. Kasi nagkakagulo tayo minsan eh. And, sometimes we need someone to remind.
So assistant na.
Protocol officer, siya na rin yung surgeon.
Protocol officer. Hindi.
Officer.
Protocol officer ako. Yan.
Ayun, si Sam ang
Protocol officer.
Ikaw saan ka? You want to go to PR?
Mag-switch ka.
PR.
PR.
E.A.R.
Continue, assist.
Tapos lang yan. I can be,
The same.
assistant
Assistant what?
to the vice president.
To the assistant.
If I may say something, I think it would be better if, like for Jenny and myself, I could be her assistant. Because I give the position of her. So I can in a way mentor her. So for PR, if we take in somebody
then
I'll be the
can be the
assistant.
mentor.
Oh.
Not assistant, mentor. So you can teach him or her what to do. So for VP membership, the mentor will be Melchior. For secretary, the mentor will be Sir Sam. For treasurer, the mentor will be
Not the mentor.
Oh, pero mas maganda nga yung sinasabi niya assistant because
assistant.
meron kasi mentor is it connotes na perhaps na I'm the mentor, you do it the thing. Yeah, so, but if it is assistant, you will always be the one who will be the
Yes.
Can I volunteer to be the tour mentor?
So VP membership, secretary, VPPR, and treasurer.
Treasurer? Si Ma'am Wendy, o kahit ako, walang problema, basta assistant lang ako.
And I think Toastmaster being ready for another position to help us here.
Yeah.
Right? It's been like two terms now.
Toastmaster babe.
Sino?
You're not in taking position.
I'm good. I'm good fermenting choir.
Ano pa ang position, major position mo?
Membership, secretary, PR, and treasurer.
PR, Toastmaster being na.
Ay,
Diba? Ano ba yun?
PR?
Complete tour better give it to those who are attending.
Sir Miguel, VP for membership. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Secretary.
21 members.
Secretary.
Sino secretary?
Gigi, alam ko
Yes, I think so.
Gigi, everybody agree?
Yes. Again, agree.
Gigi for secretary.
Masipat.
Secretary?
Really? Okay, good.
One hands again. Gigi for secretary. Yes?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Yes. Do I need a show of hands? Because there was a resounding yes a while ago for others.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
DG for
5,
Secretary.
7, 8, 9. Okay, Gigi.
Election is over.
Maybe for PR.
Because
Likas ka na.
Go!
Kagagaling ko lang. Okay lang yun. Doing another meeting maybe.
Si Gino.
Gino, Vice President for Public Relations.
Yes.
Show of hands, please.
Yes. It's more on the public.
Oh. Sige, marami nga siya nadadala eh.
Oo nga eh.
Treasurer.
Nasa nila sa ano pa?
Treasurer.
VP,
Treasurer.
VP,
Si Kate, si Ma'am Kate.
VPPR is Gino. VPPR is Gino. Treasurer. Jenny. President Kathy, VP Education, Jenny. VP Membership, Hildo. Membership Sir Fidel. PR Gino, Secretary Gino, Sergeant at Arms, DJ Protocol Officer, Treasurer. Kate, Joel, the other Joel.
Kate.
Kate, show of hands for Kate.
Yes. How to focus on his speeches, sir. That's why. I think
Big for treasurer.
yeah.
Okay?
Magagastos ko lang yan.
Everybody okay with Kate as treasurer?
Yes. Note the vote. Note that Queen count the vote. Note that Queen count the vote.
Show of hands na lang, everybody. Congratulations, President Kathy, Vice President for Education, Jenny, Vice President for Membership, Bell, Secretary, VPPR, Gino, Treasurer, Kate, Sergeant at DJ, Protocol Officer Sam. Thank you so much.
Okay, tapos. Dalawa tayo.
Diba? Done.
Congratulations. Next meeting, sir. Next speech. Yes.
Sir, next speech.
Next
Number
speech.
2 na.
April 26.
Hindi ko yung sa telephone.
Ano, next. Ma'am Cathy.
Elected officers. Training. Kasi only, yeah, that will be July. Basta,
I mean, like December, it's better na wala tayo.
I think President Cathy will want to hold the August. Do the August meeting in Dagupan.
Kukunin ko lang yung exact dates para.
Her new building.
Mahanap tayo ng 400.
Your new building, when your building finish. Bali, August pa naman.
Sige.
We will wait for the new building of Cathy.
To be inaugurated.
We will inaugurate it on August. Okay.
Next. Okay.
Next. No picture pa. Umalis na si Sir Fidel at si Joel.
Yeah, I was telling you about his card.
Claim your card na.
No,
You give it na to them, the best.
one card, pag nakuha na nila yung award din.
So
Per reward.
give one to Rhys. They know topic speaker.
Ganun yan, no? Tapos, kung nakuha na nila, they show it to me.
They know topic
I
speaker.
have topics master 1.
But you already got a gift. This one is only starting.
I haven't.
Oh, no gift that na. Yeah, we also may need to sing it from her.
Ngayon pa lang naman eh. May start.
As may kasama yung mga dati
And then
din.
finish. Okay, then I'll give you my gift.
Ngayon pa lang. Ngayon pa lang.
Meron na.
Inabutan mo.
Ngayon pa lang start to.
Ay, iba.
Okay, after that, anything else?
I would like to add this. Fellow Toastmasters, I urge you that you watch our YouTube channel for us to generate traffic. This is some sort of publicity advertisement because
Share? Can you share?
yes, you can share it. On the left side.
No hard evaluation.
Because we have a Toastmaster club in Metro Manila, same, and they're generating traffic and they encourage the viewers to join them.